microphone on?
No.
Stage manager. Not that I can't project. So I always like to start with a disclaimer for everybody, particularly the straight people. If you don't understand me, it's because I have HIV, homosexually inflected voice. My consonants are crisp. My vowels are long. And my lisp is sassy. So let's hear it for everybody. Edward and Marissa. That's fabulous. That's why we do this. I hope you're all ready to laugh. But I have to start the show with some really sad, depressing, personal news. I've been having some medical issues that have been lasting for a while. It started November 9th when I came down with a bout of PTSD, post-election stress disorder. Symptoms included uncontrollable crying, an impending fear of doom, and wandering about the forests of Connecticut aimlessly, occasionally taking a selfie with a perfect stranger. And then in January, I started having vision problems. Everything was blurry, and I seemed to not be able to see things that were apparently right there in front of me. Sean Spicer kept telling me there were millions of people at the inauguration. I could not see it. And then in May, I started having moderate to severe nausea when former FBI Director James Comey said that he was mildly nauseous, that his actions might have affected the election. And it wasn't until just a few weeks ago that my doctor was able to put all of these symptoms together and just told me that I had PTSD, post-Trump stress disorder. And I thought it started November 9th, but he actually thinks it began a little bit sooner, on October 31st, when my husband and I completely lost our senses and experienced a very great bout of dementia, and we did this. It was funny at the time. Donald strutted around Hillcrest with me, Melania, on his arm, wearing, might I add, an Ivanka Trump original pussy bow blouse. Available at Off the Rack for 75% off. Made in China. He told every black person that he saw, "I love the blacks." Every LGBT person he came across, he said, "I love the gays." Donald asked every Latino if they were a murderer or if they were carrying drugs. People were so kind and generous and laughed and laughed and laughed. We made the top 5 at the contest at Moe's. We lost out to a man dressed as Medea. Donald went around the audience after the contest saying that we had lost because the election was rigged. And everybody laughed and laughed and laughed. I'm okay. Oh, I can't even look at it. We'll just turn it around. Throw it on the floor. So let's talk about something fun. I did call John my husband. We're not married yet. I'm engaged, though. Yay! He asked me last summer. It was very romantic. We just got through doing our business. Simultaneously, I might add. My legs are still in the air. And he looked down at me with those big, beautiful blue eyes of his and asked me to marry him. And I went, ah! And I jumped off the bed and I pulled my 1979 hard-sided Samsonite suitcase out from underneath the bed and threw it open and started showing him issues of Man Bride magazine. You're all familiar with Man Bride, aren't you? And floral arrangements and table settings and tuxedos and swatches of cloth for bridesmaids' dresses. And he said, wait a minute. I asked you to marry me. I did not ask you to spend our entire life savings on a wedding. I was a little hurt. So I said, okay, what do you want to do? And he said, well, I want to do something distinctly gay. I don't want a kumbaya, crying lesbian, you light up my life, you are my everything wedding. I want to go to Vegas. I want to get married in the Little White Chapel by Elvis. And then for our wedding night, I want to hire an escort. Well, I threw that Samsonite suitcase off the bed, climbed on top of him, and pinned his shoulders to the bed. And I said, well, mister, you better get online and start looking at pictures so we can figure out who's going to escort us down that aisle. So we're doing that in December. So in just a few weeks, I'm going to be celebrating my 40th birthday. I am so excited. I am going through the gay midlife crisis, which is different than the straight midlife crisis. You know, straight men trade their wives in for a better model or buy a sports car. For gay men, or at least for me, it's about maintaining beauty. So I'm exercising more. I'm doing my Kegels right now. I'm dieting. I'm just one stomach flu away from my ideal weight. I really try to practice all the gay secret beauty tips. I'm practicing secret tip number 42 right now. And that is, I'm wearing a shirt that's one size too small. Works, doesn't it? And then, of course, there's plastic surgery. I had some filler in my cheeks. Yeah, isn't it nice? I asked the doctor if sculpture was right for me, and he said $350 a vial was right for him. And I'm thinking about having my nose done. I have my father's nose, and he is 88 years old, and I've seen my future. It is not pretty. Folks, by the time I am 88 years old, I want to look just like Joan Rivers. Only still alive. So to celebrate my 40th birthday, John and I are going to Italy. Yay! Yes. We leave September 18th. We're going to do Rome, Florence, Venice, Giuseppe, Gilberto, Felipe, Carlo. So excited. So if you haven't already guessed, I did come out at birth. The vagina was my closet. And actually, there were complications for my mother when she was in labor having me. The doctors told her to stop pushing because my head was turned and my hand was up like this. So my screams at birth were cries of delight that I would never have to go back in there again. Oh, salmon is not my color. So scientists and researchers say that gay children first have feelings of being different between the ages of 5 and 7. I was 4. I was gifted and talented. Okay, this is how I knew I was different. When I was 4, well, first of all, I was born with a birthmark on the left side of my behind. It's since been removed, Shane, since you've seen it. It's just about the size of a thumbprint. And when I was 4 years old, the neighborhood bully pulled my pants down in front of all the neighborhood kids, saw that birthmark, and told me that that's where a black man had touched me. I know, not very nice. But oh my God, after that, all I could think about was a black man touching my behind. I would stare at it for hours. Like a puppy chasing his tail. And of course, I grew up in Iowa. IOWA, which stands for It's Only White America. So the only black people I knew were like Isaac, the bartender from the Love Boat. So I would imagine him touching my behind while I sang the theme song. The Love Boat. My mother would say, he's singing the Love Boat. Not on my fantasy island. And then there was the Jeffersons, and oh my God, I fell in love with Lionel Jefferson. Even though later in life I learned that there were 2. But anyway, they were both attractive, and I didn't know which was which. They both, were handsome men. And so I would imagine him touching my behind while I sang that theme song. Well, he's moving on up to my butt. He's gonna touch Lily White and make me sigh. Well, he's moving on up to my butt. He's gonna get a piece of my pie. So I have an older brother who's gay. My parents have really good genes. I have my 3 older brothers and then my little sister Cody, who's here in the audience tonight. It goes straight gay Cody. She'll turn gay after 3 cocktails. But I loved having a little sister because when we were growing up, we played Barbies. And one year for Christmas, somehow she managed to get 2 superstar Barbies. Remember, those are the ones that you could pose? So we were twins. She was homemaker Barbie, married to Malibu Ken, and I was slut Barbie. I mean, for me, the whole purpose of playing with Barbies was to dress them up, prance them around for a little bit, and then rip their clothes off and throw them down onto that hard plastic Barbie bed. Yeah. So my sister was in the Barbie townhome playing house with Malibu Ken. I was out in the Barbie camper having sex with G.I. Joe, the Incredible Hulk, He-Man, the Transformers, My Little Pony. Pork Trailer Barbie! So you guys, I really try all my life to be more masculine. And usually it doesn't work. I started trying facial hair, so a couple years ago I grew a full beard. And that didn't work because then I just looked like the most interesting gay man in the world. He taught Gloria Gaynor how to survive. He once told Roberta Flack he didn't care for her attitude. When he walks by, flowers arrange themselves. When he drinks with his straight buddies, they seriously consider. I don't always use glitter, But when I do, I use just glitzy. Yes, just glitzy. The lid's hard to get open, but once you get it open, things sparkle. Stay glued. Now I'm trying the, what do they call it, the handlebar mustache, and of course now I just look like a gay Sam Elliott in a higher octave range. Oh, so I'm going to close with a song, and then we're going to let some of the other comedians come out and entertain you. I always like singing songs, and I'm sure some of you have heard this one because this is my favorite song in the whole world that I personally made up with a dear friend actually on the beach that I sing about. So straight women and gay men, don't you just hate it when you take a man home and you can't find his penis? I'm looking under the bush, but I can't seem to see anything. Are you sure this is where you left it the last time you played with it? It's not on your gun rack on the back of your Ford F-150 with monster truck wheels. No. So this one guy, oh my God, I should have known that he was endowmentally challenged when we went to the nude beach here in San Diego, Black's Beach, and he wouldn't take his swim trunks off. So I made up a song about that horrible day at the beach. And it goes like this. He was afraid to come out of his sport shorts. He was worried that someone might see. But I told him that no one would notice. Just whip it out, hang loose and be free. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did it hang down to the floor? No! It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny, much too small for this size queenie. So in his sport shorts he wanted to stay. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny, much too small for this size queenie. I was no whore for the first time that day.